bell and cleaning out your room and getting your breakfast and doing just the routine. What was that routine like?
Routine is very simple to the prison officials. Standardized for everybody. You get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, shower, one bell, another bell rings, you go to breakfast, come back to your room, wait for the next bell to ring, you go to work, and then you work, and then you come for lunch, another bell, and then you come back to your cell, another bell, back to work, back into your cell in the evening, another bell, send you to dinner, and then you come back to your room and you wait for the recreation period by another bell. And it's constantly a matter of chimes and bells that annoy anybody in their right mind by letting you know that they control you and you will do what they want. And it's like a rote mental beating of your brain with those chimes and bells and guards at night, 4 times a night, shining a light in your face to see if you're in a cell already locked in. What they expect you to get out, I don't know. It's like being in a hospital when the nurse wakes you up 3 o'clock in the morning, wants to know if you're there.
Yes.
You know? And it's really a horrible situation. And this prison was built for 950 people, and they had 2,000 people without adding a single stick or stone to it. So take your own home, bring in 3 families, and put the 3 families into your home without any children. If they have children, it'll be worse, and then you have a prison. Mm-hmm. It'll destroy any home, no matter how beautiful the setting is, and prisons are never beautiful, they're horrible.
So there's been a lot of talk about the idea of cutting men off from normal family contacts, from sexual contacts, and the resulting violence from that. Was homosexuality a big problem where you were?
45% of the people in the prison either are homosexuals or practice homosexuality, and is brought about by the prison recognizing it as a way of life. If you want to live with somebody, you simply go in the captain's office, apply for a double cell, and you become man and wife. Now, this doesn't last long, and eventually so the homo will start flirting with somebody else, and that brings violence, either through stabbing or fighting, and sometimes riots. We consistently have tried through the National Association of Justice, and I tried while I was in prison, to get them to confine the homosexuals into other quarters. But instead of that, they put them right alongside of you. You may reach out on one hand and touch one, or a murderer upstairs, or a man with 50 years alongside of you. And when you're trying to sleep under those conditions, unless you have a tremendous willpower, you're constantly with one eye open, looking to see whether or not you'll survive the night for the next day. And if you try that for a period of weeks or months, you'll find that it has an effect on you.
What about visiting? There's some talk about conjugal visits, and in some countries they in fact have that. You think that would help here?
In our type prisons, it would be absolutely ridiculous. If you were to be in a visiting room and then back into the prison after the visiting, you would listen to the discussion of certain of those morons in there concerning a man's wife, concerning this and that, concerning his wife, which brings about fights and stabbings again. And if you were to bring in a man's wife, take Lewisburg, it has an L-dorm where the guards used to live in the old days, and you marched her up a stairway and had your period of time with your wife, invariably when you came back into the prison, there would be comments, jokes, ridicule, or sly remarks about what should have happened or did happen, and it would cause trouble. I say no. I say the only way to do it, and we've testified in Congress, is to give furloughs ever so often to people who have behaved in prison, have been there for nonviolent crimes, and let them go home and have a furlough visit with the proper surroundings with their family and be more satisfactory. But it certainly will never work out, in my opinion.
If this prison system were to be made, perhaps not into an ideal, but a much better system, so there would be some kind of rehabilitation, so men would come out better than they went in, what do you think it would be like?
There are 15 new prisons under construction in the United States now, federal prisons, for $99 million. None of them are over 500 people. Most of them are 250, 300 people. And they are supposed to be staffed with psychiatrists, doctors, educators, to be able to turn people out into the street who have came in ill-equipped to meet society's demands. But I doubt that in the 3-year period after they're built, each one of them will not have from 2 to 2.5 times more people in them than they were built for. And immediately then you destroy
Yes.
all of the effect of trying to build what you call a model prison.